Well, I do kind of have this whole TED Talk brewing about how if we can recognize that the police aren't really allies, they're most likely enemies, and if we can realize that the courts aren't really allies and they're more likely enemies, then how do we sort of deduce that they are somehow funded or allied with our government? And, it's like whatever you think about the government, most people do think that the president is the leader of the country. And so whether it's like you're president in office or not, or you chose him or not, it's, then there's Congress that is allegedly like our representatives, but it's like, what do you get? You get like 2 or 3 representatives like per state or something. It's like, how could that possibly be representative of like millions of people in a state? Well, we all have different interests, and it's kind of ludicrous to think that any of them would be experts in any one of those sort of like areas. But anyway, I'm sure there's more. I don't, whatever. But at some point, we have to kind of make the connection that if we acknowledge that the police are most likely an enemy of the people, then they can't be allied with anything that we think is created by the people or allied by and for the people, okay? So then the rest of that point becomes, how I'm going to be like perpetually like on this boycott badges thing, which includes, passive self-identification through like license plates, which then I believe would count for your non-consent to passive recognition and self-identification through facial recognition software. And then also boycotting badges because, cops wear badges and Color of Law wears badges, and how many people have been flashed a badge and you just, it's like, I've had cops in my face so many times, and all I can think is get through the moment, but it's like, wouldn't it be nice if I actually had some way of verifying whether or not the man, coming to, like, ruin my life really is, like, and actually anything allied with anything positive? But I guess the point is we need to start recognizing that there are a lot of institutions that we think are allied for us that are really requiring us to consent to things that, like, we probably don't even know about. Like, I don't know if I ever would consent to any kind of facial recognition software mapping my face to, like, instantaneously recognize me in public. Like, I don't think that I consent to that. And I don't think that could ever be good for me. I don't think that I consent to that. But are we ever asked? And was I ever asked? No, some representative is asked. I think